How do I know which syllable to stress in that word? I wish there were an easier way to know. Do I stress the first or the second syllable? How do I know? I'm so confused. I wish there were an easier way to know. I was just messing with y'all. I promise you guys, we do have what you need. This is those types of videos you have to watch over and over to make sure you get the content and apply it as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. 12 tips to help you stress the right syllable in English. Remember, English is a rhythmic language. It goes up and down. That's what linguists call a stress-timed language, as opposed to a syllable-timed language where all syllables are stressed almost equally. In English, when you stress the wrong syllable, you alter the meaning of words, and that's what they call a noise between you and a native speaker. So to hear and speak English like a native, you must know simultaneously for each non-silent vowel, you have to know which of the 3 vowel sounds to use, the schwa, the short, or the long vowel sound. And for each syllable, you have to know which one to stress, the first, the third, the second, or the third. And do that for every word. Here we go, 12 tips to help you stress the right syllable in English. Tip number 1. Know that all words are made of syllables, and all syllables are made of either a non-silent vowel or of a non-silent vowel plus 1 or more syllables. Example, situation. This word is made up of 4 syllables. The first one is S-I-T, sit. The second syllable is U, 1 vowel. The third is A, 1 vowel. And the fourth is shun, T-I-O-N, made up of 2 consonants and 2 vowels, but it's 1 syllable. In spoken English, you don't see the words, you only hear the sounds. And then words are made up of syllables, and then syllables are made up of phonemes. So you only hear the sound. So you need to get to the bottom of words, to the very unit of sound, which is a phoneme. Tip number 2, somewhat related to tip number 1. You have to know that all syllables are made up of phonemes, and there are 44 phonemes in British English and about 40 in American English. We've used the standard British IPA, which stands for International Phonetic Alphabet Chart, and the display designed by Adrian Underhill. We plan on creating a video for each sound, each of the 44 sounds, to help you practice them. Tip number 3. Remember that a phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word. Examples, thank. Thank has 4 phonemes, namely the distinct sounds for th, I, N, and K, K. Hat has 3 phonemes, the distinct sounds for H, a, and t. And the word with also has three phonemes. The distinct sounds for w, I, and th. Note that th makes one sound, and they call it a digraph. Tip number 4. All words are stressed in English, even one-syllable words. For one-syllable words, the stress is on the syllable itself. Examples: hide, did, through. However, sometimes you may have to add extra stresses. For example, I did see the book on the counter. In this case, did has no grammatical link with the sentence. It's only used for extra emphasis. Tip number 5, baby. Now, how do we handle two-syllable words? For two-syllable words that are nouns and adjectives, the stress is on the first syllable. Example: a request, a bumpy road, a table. Tip number 6, related to tip number 5. For two-syllable words that are verbs, the stress is on the second syllable. Examples: to request, to inform, to direct. Are you ready for lucky tip number 7? For three-syllable words, especially those ending in er, ly, and y, the stress is on the first syllable. Examples: messenger, heavenly, sensory. Tip number 8. Now, what do we do with the four-syllable words? For four-syllable words, especially those ending in gi, ci, ti, and al, the stress is on the second syllable. Examples: psychology, transparency, ability, additional. Tip number 9. Now, for any word, regardless of the number of syllables, if it ends in ic, tion, sion, and sometimes al, the stress is on the syllable before last. Examples: illogic, presentation, impression, recital. Tip number 10, here we go. For words ending in ique, ee, ese, ette, and eer, they usually carry their stress on the last syllable. And most of those words are of foreign origins also. Examples: an antique, franchisee, legalese, vinaigrette, a pioneer. Tip number 11. Now, for compound words, they usually carry their stress on the first word if they're a noun. Examples: a stronghold, a cowboy, an armchair, a classmate. And the last tip on stressing the right syllable in English is tip number 12. Remember, there are more than that. We've only chosen the most practical ones. You're welcome to share the ones you're familiar with. For compound words that are adjectives and verbs, the stress is on the second part of the word. Examples: a bad-tempered man, a well-paid employee, to overdraw your account, to waterproof your house. We thank you for watching our video. We have a lot more coming. Please come back often, share it with your friends, and subscribe to encourage us. Thank you.